Alright, Salam Alaikum Hamid. This is video 3 of 4. Alright, and in this video we're going to address organization, structure, cohesive device, coherence, cohesion, and how you answer the question as a whole. Alright, so then once again, this question is quite a common one here. Some people think that safety testing of drugs on animals is necessary. Others, however, believe that it should be avoided. Discuss both these views and give your own opinion. Alright, like I said, it's a very common question in which you need to discuss both sides, both perspectives, both sides, pros and cons, advantages, disadvantages, that type of question, and give your opinion. So let's take a look. Skipping green and yellow, we're focusing on red and blue. All right, so however, great transition word, but not necessary. I don't know what you're contrasting. Take it out. This is a very nice phrase you've written here. With the advent of sophisticated test equipment, that without the S, of course. That's a beautiful phrase. No need for it, however, because you're just adding more information. With the advent of this, we are now able to adapt more. And it's a great sentence you have there. All right. Okay, second thing, I've noticed, you know, because you wrote this, that I've cut and pasted several sections of your writing and then put it on this one, and I put this question on top. So it's not completely fair. However, if we look at your original writing that you submitted to us, it's like this. And what I mean is that it's not perfectly clear where you have indented or have indicated a new paragraph beginning. So I'll explain. I would go in a little bit, make an indentation there, kind of go push it that way a little bit, you know. And also right here, once again, when you come to a new paragraph, maybe you can leave a vertical space. So vertical space and horizontal space. All right. And what I mean by that is right here, for example, this is clearly your new paragraph, whether it's your second, third, I can't remember, but you should leave a space here, this direction, and leave a space this direction. Okay. Why? If it's not perfectly clear, there's a chance that the reader might get confused and say, oh, this person doesn't know how to organize their writing through the common conventions of writing, blah, blah, blah. So just make it clear. Don't lose any, don't make mistakes where you can possibly lose points or whatever. All right. Great transition here, though, to the next idea. Okay, now let's look at this blue section, answering the question. All right, so I've read your paper several times here. So in the beginning, I know you clearly talk about the advantage or the benefits or why we do or conduct experiments on animals and the benefits that there are associated. And then you talk about the other side, which you need to do, because that's the type of question that we have. However, you said, some animal rights organizations show serious concerns over the above said issue. According to them, chemical experiments on animals could jeopardize the existence of those species. They suggest some alternative methods must be adopted in order to protect these animals. Okay, I understand that they must they believe that we should adopt new practices or, an alternative. But this sentence right here, according to them, chemical experiments on animals could jeopardize the existence of those species. Is that true? Basically, this is an unsubstantiated claim, and let me explain that. So you're saying that if I, for example, and I would never do this, if I were to experiment on a rat or an ape, that I am jeopardizing the existence of that species. Are there that few? Are there not many rats in the world that if I experiment on one, I'm going to possibly put rats in the endangered species list? Or if I do experiments on monkeys or apes, is that the same thing? No. So what I'm trying to say is this is not a logical statement. It's not true. You can't. It's unfounded. So you need to make sure that the logic is there. 1 + 1 does not equal 5. All right. Second thing, you've talked about the benefits, but on this side, or talking about this perspective, you've only talked about one. So I would brain some more ideas. For example, basically one thing that I think about is animal rights. I mean, if you believe in this or not. But anyways, animals are captured, they're possibly mistreated. I don't know, and they're harmed, and they're possibly killed. I don't know, but those are possible ideas. What about the money, the expenses of these experiments? So that could possibly be another problem. And what about these experiments? Do they always end up what is the result? Do we always have cures, and do we form drugs through these experiments? Do the ends justify the means, basically? I don't know. So you have to think about, those are some ideas, those are potential ideas you can talk about there to make this more balanced. Also right here, some unrealistic fears. What are these fears? You've never talked about fears, and now you're introducing these fears as if you've talked about them. Not a good thing. Facts and figures show that safety experiments in animals are not as vulnerable, blah, blah, blah. It's a new idea. So basically, in your conclusion, you're putting new ideas that were never introduced. And so it kind of just leaves it lingering you didn't explain yourself thoroughly. All right, so that's video 3 of 4. We've highlighted the mistakes in answering the question and some problems with your conclusion here, and some cohesive devices that you misused earlier in the video. Part 4 of 4 will be kind of the overall view, all right? What you can do to improve in your writing. All right, see ya.